All right, ladies and gentlemen and programmers, we're going to do Arduino Robotics Project 3A, the Servo. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Read through that, and you're going to know kind of the game plan for what we're going to do. And then next, I want you to answer these questions. I want you to go to Google Classroom. I want you to find the book. I want you to go to page 54 in the book. And on page 54, it's going to talk to you about a servo and what it is. Anyway, go through and answer those questions in your notes and ask me questions when you have any. Okay. All right, next, let's take a look at the finished project. So what you're going to do is you're going to have something that looks a little bit like this. Okay, you're going to have a little servo attached. You're going to have a potentiometer on here. And here's what's going to happen. I'm going to turn this thing. Okay, I'm turning the knob. And when I turn that knob, you can't see me turning the knob, but just trust me. When I turn the knob, you can see that as I turn the knob, it's going to turn the servo. So this little servo is like, you're going to find it in little RC cars and airplanes and all kinds of little toys, right? So kind of robotics type stuff. So that's what you're going to try to do. So get the turning of the potentiometer to control the turning of the servo motor. Okay, so let's take a look at the program overview. So looking at the top of the, so answer these questions. So we're gonna jump to the book. We're gonna go to page 57, and we're gonna answer these questions. So I'm not gonna answer them here, but if you need help with them, you can. So we're gonna go to page 57. Actually, I will say one thing. So basically, it's the first thing we do is we're going to include the libraries. The next thing we're going to create a servo object. The next thing we're going to do is attach the servo. All right, so basically, it's giving us. Actually, this is kind of what I want to talk about. 1, 2, 3. So that we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and so the idea of that is pseudocode. It's like, what do we want to do? Well, that's what we want to do, and we figured out what we wanted to do in English without having to mess around with Arduino code. And then once we know what we want to do and figured the logic of it out, then we actually start programming in either Java or the Arduino programming language. So this right here is an example of pseudocode. Okay. All right. Let's figure out how to hook it up. All right. So follow on page 56 how to hook it up. So you're going to figure out how to do the Arduino board by following the instructions on page 56. And then yeah, that's it for part one, or video one, I should say. Let's go ahead and we'll be done for this, and then we're just going to go on to video part